words of Kronk from Emperor's New Groove, mission accomplished. 3 months ago, I set out to finish and get the complete Young Guns Goalie Master Set. Now, that doesn't mean every Young Guns, obviously, that's ever been made of every player, but just every goalie. And I knew that was going to be a tough task because of some of the players that were involved, but it's done. It is done. So I thought I'd kind of show kind of a little bit of highlights of some of the cards in here, talk about some of them that were tough to pick up that I never just, thought would be, and kind of go through and give you my thoughts on the set and hopefully inspire you to maybe do the same, because Young Guns are plentiful and you can definitely go out there and do this. You just got to put the time and effort into it and have the expectations that it's going to take a little bit longer than maybe you think. So on this page, there's a couple of really cool things to note. So these 3 right here were given to me by my buddy Nick, Pop's Collection. Big shout out. Thank you for those. This was the very first official goalie Young Guns card. These were some kind of redemption thing. But this was the first one that was put into packs. And then this one right here, Mike Menard. This one was, I think, coming here, shipping for over a month. I bought one. The guy never shipped it for 2 weeks, so I canceled the order and I ordered another one, and that one took a month. So, yeah, that was fun. This one right here, Rich Parent. The guy that sent me this sent me like 150 other goalie cards, which was just amazing. And probably one of the coolest things about all of these is this guy right here, Alfie Machode. This card, I could not find this for sale anywhere. It did come up for sale about 2 weeks after I got this one, but I reached out to a guy on a trading card database, and he was nice enough just to send that to me. Now, you have to forgive me. I'm holding like a tripod type thing. It's the only way to get a shot of all these. But send it to me out of the kindness of his heart. So this one, according to Trading Card Database, is one of the toughest ones for people to get. So let you get a look at that, because I'm sure you've never heard of him before. This is one of the very first goalie Young Guns I ever picked up, Yanni Herm. Rick DiPietro, supposed to be a mega player, first overall pick. A lot of injuries ruined his career. Let's see here. This one was the only one, Michael Lorak, that was available on the market anywhere. So I was quite happy about that. And what made this set, this was the very last card that ever showed up for the whole set, because they did hobby and retail versions of all these players, of Blackburn, Clemenson, Conklin, and Ilya Brizgalov. Yeah, that was the last one. Pretty exciting. Probably one of the most boring Young Gun cards ever, because he was actually a decent goaltender. There's Tim Thomas, best American goaltender ever. One of them. Guess it's debatable. And here is the page with Fleury. I've shown this off a couple of times, so I don't need to show it too much. But awesome card. King Henrik. I only have a few in magnetics because, as you know, they're harder to come by. There's another page here. One thing that's been really fun with these is just kind of learning about some of these goalies I've never heard of. Obviously, I've heard of Cam Ward and Jan Denis, but, like Al Montoya, great goalie in college. But some of these guys like Dimitri Patzold, Tiavonen, excuse me. Learning about some of these guys has been a lot of fun for me. Another cool page here, just one of the last ones I got, Stefan Liv, however you want to say it. This is a pretty popular page, as you can see. I love this. Kelly Guard, awesome name for a goalie, just never ended up panning out too much. Curtis McHenry, he still plays for the Lightning. He's the backup for Vasilevsky, so he'll play like 5 games this year. Bernier, he's still playing. I really liked Wyman's mask, but unfortunately he never played very much. There's the price. Showed that off before. Just wanted to get these in order so you could see them all as a whole. I don't think anybody's shown this on YouTube. There's Halak. He still plays. Brian Elliott, great goaltender, had a shutout the other day. There's Tuukka Rask. I stop pucks. Love that guy. Some more guys that don't play. There's Thomas Greiss. He still plays. Had a great game against Carolina, even though he lost. He was Fantastic. The only reason they even had a chance that game. Varlamov, he's been playing really well this year. There's a couple of guys I really, really like. Dan Acosta, Danny Taylor. There's been Bishop. All right, now you're going to start noticing some other players that are still playing in the league here. Let me switch hands before my arm falls off. So there's Newberth. He just recently retired. There's Niemi. Devin Dubnik, Gustafson. Some of these guys have played for quite a long time. Kudobin. He won the Vezina one year. There's James Reimer. He plays for Carolina. There's Braden Holtby, two-time Cup winner. Broski, still a really good goaltender. There's Robin Lehner. Not a huge fan because he's taking games away from Fleury, but a fantastic goalie in his own right. Stalak, he's still playing. Really loved Ben Scrivens when I was younger in college. He killed it for me on fantasy. There's Leland Irving. I know I've been waiting to do an episode of Beyond the Crease with him, so be on the lookout for that. Definitely my least favorite design because the centering is just terrible on these. But this is Jake Allen. He's still playing. You've got Freddie Anderson, still a really good, Freddie Anderson down here. Victor Fast is up here. But this is Freddie Anderson still playing. Peter Mrazek, starting goalie for the Hurricanes. Philip Grubauer, Philip Grubauer, starting goalie for the Avalanche. There's Jack Campbell. He's playing. Of course, Martin Jones. There's John Gibson. Andy Ranta, All right, here's Vasilevsky, obviously fantastic goaltender in his own right, probably the best in the game right now. I'm going to just go off of what I've seen so far. There's Bennington, hoping for a bounce back year from him. All right. Current Vezina winner, Connor Hellebuyck. All right, a bunch of guys. There's Saros, Olmark. These two were playing a lot, starters for their teams. And Olmark just lost his father recently, and he just came back to play today. So tough game for him. Garrett Sparks shut out in his very first game and then didn't really do much, which is a bummer. We know who that guy is. He's on the Senators now. Korpisalo. There's Demko. He's really been these guys have both struggled, except today Jari got a win in a shootout, which was really good to see for his confidence, obviously. A few others here. A lot of these guys back up for New Jersey now. Back up for St. Louis. He's had a really tough start to the year. Gorgiev had a shutout, and then he just had a terrible game. He's in COVID protocol. This is Mackenzie Blackwood, but he's been playing really, really well. And then Casey DeSmith got a couple wins for the Penguins when Jari was struggling. So nice to see them have a capable backup. Here's Samsonov. He's also on COVID protocol. I believe Cal's either on COVID protocol or hurt, but both really, all these guys, super talented. This guy, a lot of hype behind him. He's struggled out of the gate this year, so hopefully he gets his act together. Although I don't mind the Flyers losing at all. Let's see here. He just got a win today. He didn't allow a goal, but he came in because who's the starter? Cam Talbot was hurt, so you might see a lot more of Kaapo Kähkönen. Here's Elvis Merzlikins, Caden Premu. I know he's a couple more years out, but he is a fantastic player. Excited to see. Here's David Ayers, one of the coolest stories last year. And Shesterkin, not doing so well this year. I talked about him being a little overhyped this year. I think he's a great goaltender, but he's only played like 25 games in his career, so he's going to need some more time, I think. Right now, here's your current starter for the Capitals, Vanacek, and he's going to be playing a lot, so we're going to be able to see what he's made of. These are all the current Young Guns minus the Merzlikins. So there you go. That is that. And, of course, I've been able to pick up some exclusives, some canvas, which has been a lot of fun so far. These are these like kind of retro Young Guns that they did. Then there's a Samsonov canvas. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed looking at these with me. I've had a lot of fun putting this set together and can't wait to continue watching the season. What I'm going to do now that I've shown all these off is what you can expect on Sundays is I'm going to do like my 3 stars of the week. I will use their Young Guns card, and I will talk about why they are deserving of being a top performer of the week. And I think it's just a fun way to kind of keep track of, how many players make the list every week. I'm sure you're going to see a lot of this guy right here for sure, but hopefully a lot of this guy and a lot of Jari and some of the other guys I talked about. So have a great weekend, everybody, and thanks for checking this out. See ya.